have those timestamps below. So if you want to skip to certain parts, all you got to do is go to the description box, look at the timestamps, such as the process or making the drink, making the Jell-O shots, and mistakes I made. You can do that if you like, so you don't spend extra time watching parts that you don't need to watch if you don't want to. This is what you'll need. So I've got to pause. I forgot 2 ingredients that you will need to make the white Jell-O. You will need sweetened condensed milk, which will be at the top left of the screen, and you will need unflavored gelatin, which is at the top right. The unflavored gelatin allows the gelatin to be clear, while the condensed milk allows it to be white. And also I used a bowl at the bottom, and I've got the measuring cups, and then of course you need a pot to boil the hot water. And I have triple sec and vodka, but you don't need both. You use your choice of liquor or liqueur, whatever alcohol you want to use. I got the Jell-O, the cup, vodka, the triple sec, optional, measuring cups, whatever, on the bowl. Basic formula is pretty easy. The recipe is generally equal parts cold or room temperature to boiled water. And so with the Jell-O shots, if it's 1 cup boiled water, it's 1 cup liqueur or 1 cup vodka. And for the condensed milk, but I consider the condensed milk room temp or cold or cool. So I mixed that in with my liqueur and vodka. That's how I did that. You'll see. It could be better to pour the powder into warm liquid first, but I did see quite a bit of, not quite a bit, but I saw a few things pertaining to the white Jell-O, where some people use cold water first and pour the gelatin into the cold water. But I chose not to do that, and I just followed the same method as I did any other thing, in the same concept, just with condensed milk. And that was it. I also did come across something that used coconut milk. If you want the colors to be more vibrant, you are going to want to do less liquid, less water, or liquor. So what I'm talking about now are my mistakes. That's this portion of the video. So we make sure there are no drips, because when I pour it, it didn't like land perfectly in the middle, so it might start dripping down the side. And I noticed what that did when it was in the refrigerator. It created a I mean, of course it hardened. It became more of a solid, just like the Jell-O does. But I didn't like that because it messed with the aesthetic. It didn't make it seem the neatest. So if you are particular on that, watch out for that. And what I had to do was clean it with the sides, and even cleaning it with a little napkin. It was not fun. And it smeared, and I didn't like that. But do what you will. Okay, and also my first mistake. When I thought Jell-O packet, I'm like, okay, I gotta get the whatever color Jell-O I want. So when I didn't see like a coconut or white Jell-O, I got vanilla. But the vanilla is pudding. I'm sure there are many, many people out there that wouldn't have made the same mistake. But for those that would, without warning, this is for you. Oh, another thing. I did see some things about spraying non-stick spray in the cups first. And I didn't think about that. Because I didn't think about the Jell-O just sliding down. No, I didn't think about it. Last thing. Depending on what flavors you are using, you may want to add sugar or simple syrup. And that's just to make it sweeter, if that's what you want, especially with the condensed, well, you got the condensed milk, which is adding its own thing, but you got different flavors going on. You got lime, strawberry, you know, so you also want to use a whisk. Maybe that's not the most necessary thing, but I ended up using a whisk. Ooh, I always wanted to do like an ASMR, but things just never worked out that way. And don't talk about the size that I'm making it, because it's not a big portion. Like, it's not a lot that I'm making. So I already got the boiling water in here. I already did that. Now I'm adding this, the Jell-O. It smells so good. Like, I want to make some cheesecake. Like those little bites that people use, and then they use like the Jell-O packs. Yep, I want to do that. So I'm going to use this to stir it also. So stir this until it dissolves. We're going to see how this turns out. Ooh, I made a mess. I made a mess. I'm going to fast forward this part. Stir until it dissolves. And honestly, I was trying to do something else with this, but you know what? Really, when you make Jell-O, it's equal parts. So for this one, I'm going to do vodka, and then I'm going to do triple sec for the next one. And then we're going to see how these shots come out to be. That's going to be a little strong one. Okay. I feel like Jell-O shots are fairly simple. Oh, y'all, I can really smell the alcohol in this boy. I could, you know what? I should use one of these so I can make sure it's like the perfect amount in each one. Put this in. Okay, so now we are going to put this in the fridge for an hour or until it solidifies. Okay, so here we are at the white Jell-O, and I'm not gonna hold you. This part threw me off a little bit. And to make the white Jell-O, you need, well, I'm missing that already. So I'm honestly going to do it in the same type of way, like equal parts cold to equal parts boiling water. And you know what, I just might do the boiling water first. Most recipes I saw, they did the cold water. But I don't want to do that because I'm thinking that's when I would add the condensed milk. We're going to see how this turns out. But I'm going to do it the same way I do the other Jell-O shots. I am scared because I really don't want this to go wrong. I'm scared. Please. Oh, they played me. It's like 4 packets in this. And first of all, one packet pretty much like emptied out. Like when I took it out the bag, it was smoking. I mean, not smoking. Lord, what am I saying? If this goes wrong, I don't have any more. So, oh, let's hope this goes right. I'm about to get ready to do the cold. So I'm doing equal parts. Oh man, I literally tested this out, but I did not test it out with the hot water. I tested it out with the cold water. It worked out. But I still didn't want to like mess it up. I'm pouring the condensed milk now. Oh, you can't even see me. Oh, well, it's even now. This looks a hot mess. Who did it? And who told me to do that? But we're still gonna see how it comes out, right? Yeah. This one is not for you to follow my exact lead. I mean, shoot, unless you want it to turn out how it turns out. Unless you want yours to turn out how mine turns out. Which may work out. Who knows? And I did something else too. Like I said, I was a little thrown back with people making the white Jell-O. And I'll be honest with you, I'm not the best at following instructions. Or should I say understanding instructions? I'm about to put this in. Let's pray, y'all. Let's pray. Pray for me. Oh, I can smell it. I can smell it for sure. I see like some recipes talk about how you gotta let it cool first before you pour it, but I'm gonna stir this a little bit. There are some people who agree with letting Jell-O cool or not letting it cool. I'm kind of in the middle. Depends on how I feel. I'm going to do what I did with the other ones and pour this on top in probably about 2 minutes. And then for the next Jell-O packet, which is the green one, I'll repeat the steps from the first one I did, which is the red Jell-O, and then I'll be back. Final look, and this is my favorite. So here's the one where I had to put it in the fridge a specific way. I had to put an object on the back and in the front to help hold its tilt. And now I'm going to show you what could happen if you pour the Jell-O shot and you're not careful of it dripping on the side. If you can see, there are little specks. There's white in the green because it'll drip down, and you can wipe it clean to prevent that. So there's that option. And now I'm going to show you the rest of the shots. So I didn't make too many, but here's an image, well, a video of what it looks like, and then I'm tasting it. So the green one, I could definitely taste the alcohol. I don't drink too often. So then the white one was not very tasty. It wasn't a problem, but the white one is very chewy, and two, I could tell it wasn't very sweet. It wasn't as sweet as the other flavors, and it's, it probably has to do with it being made differently than the rest of them. My suggestion is to add simple syrup to the white one just to help make it a little sweet if you care. I also wanted to say that there was a suggestion to add nonstick spray in the containers that you put it in before you pour the Jell-O, and that's something that I did not do. I wasn't even sure what nonstick spray to use. Like, I really wasn't thinking about it, but I can see the benefit of it because I have to use a spoon to get the rest of my Jell-O. And now I'm done. So catch you later.